Welcome back to Pikmin 2. It's time to look at everything we didn't see during the main playthrough. After you beat the game and you've saved Louie, if you actually go back into the file you were playing, there's a couple extra things that you can look at. Over in the Piklopedia, we can now see the journal entry for the Titan Dweevil. It's a big ugly thing. Without all those components, it still has all the arms, all the pincers and everything, but it doesn't really attack Pikmin, it just uses its mechanical bits to attack it. You have the regular Olimar report, he talks about that this is a huge Dweevil, and then it uses protective components, so it's kind of docile, but it will fight you if you attack it first. But it will only use the components it has attached to it. The Titan Dweevil appears to prefer shiny objects above all others, so it likes the shiny things. So after you save Louie, he actually has notes for creatures as well. Pressing minus, we can take a look at Louie's notes. Eaten raw, this predator's luxurious legs are bold and full-flavored. What a satisfying crunch. Louie has recipes for every single monster and just living being in the Piklopedia. This, in my opinion, is the best reward for saving Louie and beating 100%, because you just get to see into his mind. So think about this. In order to get these recipes, he had to catch and eat and cook every single one of these monsters. Apparently single-handedly. Especially the Water Wraith. I like this one, actually. Let's take a look at Louie's notes. Inedible. Known to cause mass hysteria followed by leg spasms and internal thunderings. So not only does it make you crazy, it also gives you leg spasms and a bad case of the shits. The gills are best prepared deep-fried in an herb and breadcrumb batter, also tasty poached and drenched with fine soy sauce. Yeah, so I'm actually going to take a look at all the bosses that we fought, just to see what Louie has to say. I mean, he has a bunch of other fun things that you could read about, and that's what we're going to take a look at the second half of this, but the bosses are the ones that I want to look at the most, because it's just funny to think that while we were gone, in the short time that we were gone on the planet, Louie was able to find everything and cook everything. And I mean everything. So, not only does he love bugs, he is one hungry boy. Although cooking this colossal beast yields a mountain of meat, every ounce of it is flavorless, only suitable for intergalactic all-you-can-eat buffets. Let's see about Emperor Ballblax, the original final boss of the first Pikmin game. Oh, you need to cut and cube the tongue. Yum yum. Just what I wanted. Accompany this mouth-watering rustic stew with a hearty roll. Beady Longlegs. Poisonous! Consumption results in prolonged writhing and uncontrollable mirth. So there you go, kids. Don't eat spiders. Slice the serpentine torso into thin medallions. Skewer on a metal rod with hocotate, onions, and barbecue over an open flame. Tastes like chicken. At least, I assume. Tastes like Snagret. For a sophisticated delicacy, make a pâté de foie gras from this massively obese creature's liver and spread it over a sesame cracker. So it's akin to, like, goose liver or something like that. So I'm actually going to take a look at some of these more interesting entries, just some creatures that I find interesting, and we're going to take a look at how Louie actually cooks them. So the Bulbman. Grind the meat and season with allspice, salt, and ground white pepper. Press seasoned meat into meat satchels, then pan-fry them with onions. Prior to serving, smother the brats with Dijon mustard and sauerkraut. Buns are optional. He's basically making Bulbman sausage. Oh my god. I mean, this is probably the guy who still thinks that Pikmin are carrots. Slice this creature's feather-like skin into triangles. Deep fry until crispy, and salt generously. Makes the perfect scooping chip to accompany fresh mango salsa. He's turning the Buffy Blowhog into chips! Okay, the Gatling Groink. Remove the cannon and ammo stockpile, then vigorously tenderize the meat with a heavy mallet. Stir fry with caramelized onions and figwort sprouts. Spoon over a steaming bowl of fluffy white rice and douse with chili sauce. No! No! Let's see. This precious treat is exceptionally rare. I could sell it back at home for a fortune. Then again, I could get all the ingredients and start my own cooking show, and I eat bugs. I was just paraphrasing there, Louie. My mistake. How about the doodle bug? Looking for a flavor that will surprise and delight your guests? This beast's aroma may surprise your guests, but it won't be delightful. Yeah, it'll definitely surprise them. What smells like doodle? Similar in taste and texture to gelatin, this jiggling mass of jelly can be sculptured into all kinds of creative shapes. As a bonus, it also doubles as professional-grade hair gel. The perfect cool summer Ew! Don't put it in your hair and then put it in your mouth. What's wrong with you? Like a fine cheese, the aroma of this fluid floater can be oppressive, but its flavor must be experienced to be believed. Also makes an unforgettable non-dairy spread. Oh my god. Great. This scorching species combusts upon contact with the tongue, only edible by the adventurous and asbestos-tongued. It blows up in your mouth like pop rocks. Pan sear with herbs and oil until lightly crusted on the outside, rosy on the inside. Complement the savory flavors with a light and buttery cream sauce. You know, if this planet ever gets taken over by Hokotashins, you can bet Louie is just diving back in with a knife and fork and just a napkin around his chin. You know he's going head first and trying to eat every single thing. And that is, unless it eats him first. Just imagine if there were creatures that were bigger than Louie. In fact, almost all of these creatures are bigger than Louie. I still don't know how he did it. Eating this flower leads to spectacular, breathtaking indigestion. Oh god, it causes cramps! This elusive flower spoils within seconds of picking, making it unsuitable for cooking. Which makes a lot of sense. Purple flower secretes a dark, flavorful oil that eliminates the need for salad dressing. Okay. This flower's tough texture makes it unsuitable for salads, but its bright blue hue makes for a grandiose garnish. So you don't actually eat it. When you touch your tongue to this flower, it'll catch fire. This tart flower's acidic juices can burn a hole through a frying pan. Eating it would be unwise. So at least he's not saying everything on this planet is edible. But I'm still wondering how he found out about the acidic flower. Did he pluck it and then throw it into a pan to see what would happen? Inedible. Tastes like chicken. So you can't eat it, but it at least tastes like chicken. Got it. Inedible, and yet strangely delicious. Yeah, so these are here for every single article in the Piklopedia. In my opinion, a great reward. It's just a little extra comedy on the side. And now, for the treasure hoard, we get to see what series we have completed. Since we got everything, we have completed every series. The Paleontology series. Look at all those shells. The Ancient Secrets series. Look at those old coins. And the gyroid. We also finished the Tortured Artist series. You got paint, crayons, pencil sharpener. We also have the Space Love series. Look at Princess Peach's crown and all those rings. The Dream series. I guess we can go with that. I like this one. Blast from the Past series. That makes a lot of sense. It's all old Nintendo products. The floppy disk, Rob's gyros. The Massive Receptacle series. So, big old containers. And the Ancient Ad series. So, a lot of the big product placement will be found here. Speaking of product placement, the Odd Logo series. And last but not least, the Titan Dweevil series. The final boss that was so interesting it got its own series. And Louie is one of the last treasures. A new employee of Hokotate Freight, Louie is often silent. Nobody knows what lurks in his mind. He appears to operate, and so he's very dangerous. Somehow he managed to hijack a colossal insect's brain. Hint. Louie may not be on the up and up. Just throwing that out there, dude. I don't know. I don't think I'll be looking at everything in the treasure hoard. I'm mainly just going to look at the most interesting items. The 4 weapons of the Titan Dweevil and Louie are good ones to look at. I do like that the ship admits that, you know, I took out the poison gas and put laughing gas. That's why I call it the comedy bomb, baby! And then this one. Oh dear. Oh, well, if you can relieve muscle soreness, that's great. But it does shock you into submission. Okay, just be careful. In the compressed air cylinder of this flamethrower, liquid gas is lit, producing the fire that gives this weapon its name. It is very dangerous, and good kids know not to play with it. In case you wonder, it cannot be used as a substitute for a spaceship's rockets, and should never be used to cook sausages. Never, unless you want to lose your sausage and your eyebrows. Louie is back! Somehow he survived a horrific ordeal with a freakishly large weapon-wielding Titan Dweevil. I entered a hole with an army of ferocious Pikmin, grimly determined to save Louie from the Titan Dweevil, but it seems that he was perfectly fine all along. How did he do it? Oh, maybe he wasn't kidnapped. Nah, he couldn't have been controlling the Titan Dweevil. But he does like being called the King of Bugs. Should I be concerned? Nah, it's probably nothing. Don't even worry about it. Pfft. I mean, Olimar, you're just being paranoid. Come on. Going to bed early is a waste of time for a lively soul. This dream maker makes night fun. Fine, so it is broken and does not work. That is a drawback. Yeah. The Glee Spinner, aka a GameCube thumbstick. Just spin the stick. Spin the stick. I love it. And then we have the Remembered Old Buddy. Middle-aged men throughout the universe harken back to the days of their youth and grin. They think, wow, that thing barely worked. Ever. Is there any others? Ooh, I'm curious. The perfect gift in this age of overwhelming information, this mute face cherishes silence. So if you value peace and quiet, why not stare into its face? And collapse. Yeah, that's freakish. So I think we're done. Those were the most interesting ones, at least that I saw. Let's peace out. The next topic of discussion is actually 2-player battle mode. And while UDJ couldn't be here for the rest of the video, I did convince him to help me out with 2-player battle. Here are the results. So I figured the best way to explain 2-player battle is to have a second player. Hi.
Where are you gonna find one of those?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I figured.
But
it's come to this now.
Yep.
He had me talking over all this samey footage, now he's gonna make me play the damn thing.
Yep, we're not gonna do complicated maps, and I will give you all the handicaps you want. But let's go over the rules. Get 4 yellow marbles, or get your foe's marbles. Get a cherry, you spin the roulette, and then you have power-ups that can happen when you spin that roulette. So you get more Pikmin, you disappear, all your Pikmin are in bloom, you get your stolen marbles back, boulders drop on opponents, and then you get supercharged Pikmin. So there are plenty of special power-ups for your roulette. And for this one, I'm gonna give you as many as you want. If you want to start with 50, that's perfectly fine.
Can't give me any more.
Nope, that's okay. All right,
I'll make it 45.
We're gonna jump into this map, and I'm gonna let you get acquainted with the buttons. If you have any questions, just let me know.
I'm gonna have 45 Pikmin to work with, so I'll probably have a few.
Well, that's fine.
All right,
Loading up the battlefield. Yeah, so you can use your sprays. We already know about the stone spray that, turns enemies to stone. And then, of course, you've got your red spray, which makes your Pikmin bloom.
Alright.
So,
whoa.
Yeah, sorry, my sensor bar's over there. There you go.
Just readjust myself.
Yep.
Okay.
So, B is your whistle, and A is your throw Pikmin button. If you want them to crowd around, you can use down on the D-pad and then point in the direction you want them to go, and they can all go in that direction.
How do I get them? I just gotta throw them at it?
Yeah, you can throw them at it, or, again, down on D-pad is basically a do-all.
No, not fucking...
There you go. There you go. That's probably the easiest way to get them to crowd around something. And...
Oh, I'm throwing them, not picking them.
yeah, you gotta wait for the sprouts to come up, and then you could just go over to them, and I am soft-locked.
Soft-locked?
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to move the marble a little bit. Alright, so when enemies come up, just toss your Pikmin at them.
Die!
That's the easiest way to kill them. These are female shear grubs, so they don't harm you. So, baby steps. Baby steps. It's fine. It's all gonna be okay.
Make me play as Louie as well. What are you doing to me?
I'm letting you get the Pikmin 2 experience that I had while we were LPing the game. There's some marbles. Oh, they're just, like, right here in the middle, and there you are.
Hi!
Hello! Lovely day for marble gathering, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it is.
Well, that's just great. I hope you don't mind if I claim those marbles for myself.
I'm claiming some too.
Did you get a cherry already? Sorry, I'm looking at your screen.
What is that? I don't know what it does, but let's see what it does anyway.
Aw, that's a cute little Pikmin. I think it's a Pikmin ghost.
What does it do?
It makes it so that I can't see you.
What is this?
Oh, you already got a marble. Get out of here. Alright, I need to go back and get my Pikmin here real quick. Oh yeah, you are! You're totally vanished on my screen. Ow! Did you just punch me in the face?
Did I? I'm sorry!
Wait, did you... What is happening? What is actually happening?
Am I a secret Pikmin master?
What are my Pikmin attack? Oh, they're attacking your Pikmin! You were actually attacking me!
I was?
I guess. You must have, like, directed your Pikmin onto me, and then they started attacking. When Pikmin attack. Oh yeah, I still got some over here.
How do I camera?
You press the Z button. Z button's your friend. And then whichever direction you're pointing, that's where your camera goes. Alright, let's hurry up, boys. We need to get this stuff over to home base. There are a lot of cherries on my side. I think the game's taking pity on me. I'm okay with that. Yeah, there's like 3 cherries on my side. Alright. Roulette, turn. What are we getting? I'm gonna send some crap your way.
That's great, I won.
Yeah, you did. Let's make it so that you can't see me. And, yeah, you win. What? How'd you get 4 marbles already?
I'm good. Until it wasn't because of my handicap, which I think I will take down.
Alright, well, let's do another one. I know I only said 1, but that was a very short one. So let's go on the warpath. I think no, you didn't get my marble. So
no,
yeah,
I just got 4 marbles. I stole one from one of your Pikmin.
Oh, that's how. See, I could have sworn I was in the running. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. My pick coach. Don't just stand there. Come on. Ooh. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so Nectar, if you remember from the LP, makes your Pikmin big and strong. So you always want to have them drink up. And the easiest way to do that is to direct them using down on the D-pad. Alright. 1 marble. I see 2 more. Not gonna get the jump on me this time.
That's where you're wrong.
I'm seasoned now. Seasoned like a freshly made
Seasoned with the
Pikmin
taste
carrot.
of defeat.
Oh, you believe so, do you?
I do.
Oh, these are... So they gave us a lot of non-lethal enemies, but there are still, like, lethal enemies around here. Just, like, not many. Alright, give me that roulette. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, hey.
Hey.
It's you. Here, have a rock. That might not be good. Oh my god. So, killed a lot of my own. And I can't see you right now. Yeah, that, I'm getting got. I'm getting bodied. Are we actually forcing these Pikmin to fight one another?
I don't know.
To kill their fellow brethren? I think I see you over here. Wait, you're not over here. What am I thinking?
You're wrong.
I am very wrong. Holy shit. Alright, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. There's like 10,000 cherries over here. Let's get some power-ups, boys. We're eating good tonight. I can't believe I dropped rocks on my own fucking Pikmin. Gosh. Alright. Are there still some here? You're here! Oh no! I don't like this. I do not approve.
Have some of those.
Look at them all in my face.
Whatever they are. Sorry, I'm like really concentrating, trying to see if this will work.
You got a blowhog on my side and spitting water. I can't get these guys off. I actually cannot get them off of me. Hey, guys, can you... I can't even use my whistle. What is happening? I can't even use power-ups.
And I'm afraid it's over.
What the hell?
Stole your marble.
So wait, if you get enough Pikmin on the captain, they just become, like, stun-locked?
Unless if you get your own Pikmin to get them off you.
But I can't use my whistle. I can't get them. So there's just a lose mechanic? Well, that's enough two-player mode. Look at that face. Look at that face.
Oh yeah, make fun of me the whole Let's Play, but look at me now.
And then Olimar's like, how dare you?
Well, you got any more bonuses for us?
Well, yeah, we got the rest of the video to go.
All right. Well, I think that's all you.
Yeah,
so
that's good enough. So let's cancel this out. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
God, that sucks.
I'll see you all at the next thing. You just keep on talking about things.
Two-player mode blows.
Yeah.
Part 3 here is actually the mode underneath two-player battle. Challenge mode. Challenge mode is the one mode I was interested in trying. I've never done it before, so I decided to jump headfirst and see what was up with this. Challenge mode is extremely difficult because, you know, challenging. Basically, you are given a specific number of Pikmin to do a certain number of floors. But the main thing you need is to get the key. When you get the key, you're able to go on to the next floor or to the exit. You need to escape before time runs out. If you beat the level normally, you get a white flower. If you beat it without losing a single Pikmin, you get a pink flower. So let me give you an example of a challenge right here. This is a really easy one to start out. You're given those 50 Pikmin and those 50 Pikmin only. If you lose any, I would suggest just restarting because you won't get a perfect score. Welcome to challenge mode. Find the key on each level and take it to the research pod. Try to reach the geyser on the final level within the time limit, excuse me. Points are calculated based on the treasures you collect and the time you have remaining. Earn as many points as you can to achieve fame, fortune, and glory. Basically, what the computer is saying is try to go for a high score for a leaderboard that doesn't exist. If you want the easiest way to get through all of challenge mode and still save all your Pikmin, do what I did. If you want to get through this extremely quickly and don't want to pull your own hair out, because some of these challenges can be an absolute bitch. If I'm not going to mince words here. Some of these are extremely unfair and not to your advantage. Your best bet, and I'm not kidding here, is to say screw points and escape as fast as possible. The radar still works down in these levels, so once you collect every single treasure, you'll hear that, like, powering down sound effect that you heard during the normal Let's Play. And that's how you know there are no more treasures on the floor. But again, getting the treasures is just for points. So, not only are you fighting against the clock, you're also fighting to see how greedy you are. Because the longer you stay on a floor, the bigger the possibility that a Pikmin will die and you will lose out on that pink flower. And you want that pink flower. Your final reward depends on it, so get good, scrub. Other than that, I kind of like some of the challenges that they give you. Some of them are very creative, and a lot of these challenges actually teach you some extra bits on how to control Pikmin in Pikmin 2. And, I don't know, I learned a little something about how Pikmin AI act and how enemies react. And by the way, I'm just gonna skip ahead to the end. You don't need to see this. So after you are done with a dungeon, you are given a score, how many Pikmin you have left, how much time you have left, and then you're given a high score. That perfect signifies that you did not lose a single Pikmin. So good for you. One down, so many more to go. Yeah, you're gonna be at this for a while. See, there we go. It's only 5x6, you only have 30 challenges. And some of them can get ridiculous. If you thought these first 5 looked bad, well, what if I showed you the last one I did? 25 purples and 1 floor. This one had 2 water wraiths in it. Now granted, you are given purple Pikmin, which can kill the water wraith, but you still have to deal with 2 water wraiths. So of course I did it my first try because I'm a master and also got extremely lucky. But yeah, here you go. I killed the water wraiths as fast as possible. One of them had the key, and that's another thing about some of these challenges. Many enemies will have keys, and chances are it's the hardest enemy in the dungeon, so keep that in mind when looking for the key. But some of these can be really cool. Like there's one where you have one of each of the first Pikmin you had in the first game. There's one where you got only reds, there's one where you have purely all yellows. There's one where it just shows you how cool it is to have one particular type of Pikmin. That one was weird, where you only had 2 whites and it was a maze. Don't get me started. But the one that interested me the most was actually, let's see if I can find it. The Abduction Den, that was easy. The Hidden Garden. The Hidden Garden gives you no Pikmin, but it gives you 2 Bulbmin. That was a really cool one. And then, of course, the last 5 are some of the hardest. You beat them all, you get all those pink flowers. Which leads me to the last topic of discussion, the rest of the miscellaneous stuff. We've done challenges, we've done 2-player mode, I've looked at the Piklopedia, but this is the stuff that I kind of like to show off because it's fun. During the Let's Play, I mentioned that there were differences between the different regions and the different versions. I just wanted to show those off again because while I don't remember all of them, I did happen to remember some of them during the Let's Play, and I figured I'd just put them all here. So here are the treasures that had the same name, but had a different logo in the different regions. Some of the treasures had the same item that were shown, but it was a different name in different regions, and so here are those. And lastly, I don't know why I didn't put this together, but there were exclusive treasures in the Japan and PAL versions, just as there were exclusive items in the American version. So here are some of the PAL and Japan only items that replaced some of the American only items. The games balanced each other out by taking out items that were only in the US version and replacing them with PAL and Japan only, and vice versa. While looking around for things to talk about for this bonus episode, I came across the fact that Pikmin 2 on GameCube had e-reader support in Japanese. Yeah, the e-reader didn't do too hot over here in the States, so they kinda canned it in the US and PAL versions, so it's only in Japanese. Basically what you would do is you would connect your e-reader and you would unlock 3 little mini-games. Now, fun fact, the North American version still has these mini-games, but they are just not accessible. If you have a gecko code, you can actually get in there and play the games. Most of the text is gone, but the feature itself for the e-reader seems to be working. The 3 minigames were Pikmin plucking, where you pluck every Pikmin before time runs out, Pikmin parts, where you lead all Pikmin to the goal and make sure they don't get killed, and Pikmin path, basically a sliding puzzle where you try to get all the Pikmin to the ship pod. I wish we could have gotten this in the States, but it's fine. Knowing now how expensive Pikmin 2 is on GameCube, and how even more expensive the e-reader and all those cards are, I'm kinda glad it was just nixed altogether. And of course the Wii version doesn't have it, so we didn't miss out on much, but it still would have been cool at the time. The bonuses are your cutscenes, but we're missing one. Maybe in a bit later we'll figure out where that came from, or where that last missing scene is, but it might have something to do with what I told you just a little bit ago. You need to get really good at challenge mode, just saying. But first, let's reset. One thing I really like showing off is the Wii version of games always have this cute little opening, and I'm glad I didn't show this off first and foremost, because this spoils the 2 new Pikmin colors, but also it spoils the Bulbmin. And that's one thing I didn't want to see at the first episode. I didn't want UDJ to see the fun Pikmin we would get. Another cool thing is when you start the game. The Pikmin actually jump on the Nintendo logo, but there are so many different formations, there's gotta be at least 20 or 30. Because every time I started up Pikmin 2, or when I reset the entire game, I would get a different formation every time. And some of these can get extremely creative, like the purple Pikmin falling and knocking all the other Pikmin off. That's normal. And then you get these! And then he just knocks them all off. It's great. I really enjoy a little bit of randomness in my little cutesy game. So yeah, Pikmin 2 has a special place in my heart. For this opening in particular. Also, it has like the little clay figures that the front cover likes to show off. Those are cute. I like how they jump from behind the logo and then they jump back. And I think this is the last one because there's just so many Pikmin, oh my god. And last but not least, I had to show this off because I did all of challenge mode perfectly. Your final reward for beating challenge mode is the final cutscene. Louie's Dark Secret. I'm gonna let this play. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed Pikmin 2. See you guys next time.
I knew it! You're nothing but a liability, Louie!